Because I was getting like major feedback where I hear myself, and I was trying to shut
Nope.
that down.
We're not hearing anything like that on our end. At least I'm not.
No.
Okay. I need to switch rooms, but I will be with you guys in a moment.
Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program may contain adult content and is intended for mature audiences only.
The story you're about to see is true. However, the names were changed to protect the imbeciles.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Welcome to Radioactive. Join us as we take a look at the world around us and have a little fun with it too. I'm your host, Pat Morrow.
I'm Flora Morrow.
I'm Evan Auld.
I'm Justine Pyle.
I'm Melanie Yusko.
I'm Dale Miracle, and this is Radioactive.
Bob, are you trying to tell me that we had the wrong baby? You're crazy.
Honey, keep calm.
I'm perfectly calm, except that I'm a little worried about you. Darling, why don't you eat something?
Honey, I have eaten. I can take it. I can take it. Don't. Our baby is probably just as cute as that one is.
Oh, will you stop? Where did you ever get such a crazy idea?
At the hospital, that's where we got it.
We got the wrong flowers.
You forgot about the blueberry tarts and the rice pudding pretty fast, didn't you? Not to mention dried figs.
Dried? Rob, this is our baby, and that's all there is to it.
Honey, he doesn't even look like us.
Rob.
You see?
All I see is our baby with a blue foot.
Ink.
How did it get there?
Jerry and I put it on.
Why?
We're just running a series of tests.
Rob, there are no series of tests in the world that are going to convince me that is not our baby.
Oh, honey, I don't blame you. You can't face the facts. Poor kid.
Oh, Rob.
Well, honey, that's probably the Peters. Now brace yourself.
Rob, nobody is taking this baby. Do you hear me? Nobody.
Well, I think it'd be better if you went to your room. I can handle it.
I am staying right here.
Hi, we're Mr. and Mrs. Peters.
Come in.
I believe we have your Aunt Bertha's figs and you have Dick and Betty's flowers.
Mrs. Peters, won't you come in?
Thank you. I'm still a little wobbly.
And me too, although not quite as wobbly as my husband.
Well, good afternoon or evening or whatever the hell it is in your part of town. What y'all think of that clip? That was that I had a choice of two of them that are my favorites.
Okay.
This one and the walnuts. Remember where the walnut dream? That's always been one of my favorite Dick VanDyke show movies.
Maybe you need to pull that clip because I don't remember it.
I may try to do that next week. He goes, his Mary Tyler Moore starts dreaming, and she dreams about these 250,000 walnuts coming out of a closet. And I saw the clip on YouTube today, but I had to pick between the two of them. This one, the other reason I picked this one Do you know who that black parent was?
The male.
Yeah.
I think that's Greg Morris.
Yes, it was. Yes,
I
it was.
remember seeing him from somewhere. I just don't remember, like Mod Squad or something else. I mean, it was a lot.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. That's it.
That's one. That's one I ought to find.
Patrick, can you move things so I can see things? I can't see anything.
All right, hang on a second.
I mean, it's okay, I guess, if I don't see everyone. But
hang on a second. Do you see anything?
Well, I had just seen the corner when you did whatever you did. I saw the corner of the station stuff. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that right there.
What, me here?
You can see Dale now because he just checked in.
I can't see anybody. I see a monitor with.
Let me see if I can share that.
And
we actually.
It's a pretty picture, actually. But
one of the reasons we've been off so long, I got looking at the records. I think the last show was the 1st of November. Yeah, the 1st of November. One of the reasons that we've been off the air so long is I had to do a major system upgrade here, and it took me a couple of weeks to get it all corrected and right. It's been quite a time here, but everything looks good. My levels all look just about perfect, and we'll take it. Or will we, Evan? What do you think?
You spoke when I turned my mic on. Sounds good to me. It sounds good on my end. I can't speak for anyone else, but on my end, things sound pretty good.
That's good to hear.
I think my levels are a little off. Let me see if I can adjust my level. Okay. I think I'm a level now. What do you think?
You've always been kind of level-headed, but we won't go there.
Yeah, like 1, 2 degrees. That's 3 degrees.
Yeah. That's like being called normal. You know that ain't gonna happen.
Remember this quote? Abby normal?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was just sitting here thinking about that. By the way, Abby normal. I still don't see anything.
Just give me a minute. Jeez.
Oh, geez.
I don't know if I can share them both.
Oh, do I need to come around and sit beside you then?
Well, it's on 1 and 2.
I don't want you to mess anything up.
I'm
okay.
This is one glitch I discovered about 2 hours ago, and all I got to do to fix it's to swap a couple of monitor cords.
All right. Well, don't worry about it.
So it'll get taken care of.
I just can't. Can people see me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all can stick your thumbs and stick your tongues out at me and whatever, because I'm going to see you.
Yeah, that's okay.
I can't. I'm going to have to.
But that's all right.
Switch things around.
Don't worry about it.
I'll do it then. We'll do it.
Just don't worry about it right now.
Anyway, that's the story, and we're sticking to it. We got quite a show lined up for you tonight. Did you guys see what was on the beginning? Wait. Let me do this again. I really like this thing. Watch this.
Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program may contain adult content and is intended for mature audiences only.
The story you're about to see is true. However, the names were changed to protect the imbeciles.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Welcome to Radioactive. Join us as we take a look at the world around us and have a little fun with it. I'm your host, Pat Morrow.
I'm Flora Morrow.
I'm Evan Auld.
I'm Justine Pius.
I'm Melanie Yusko.
I'm Dale Miracle, and this is Radioactive.
Is that cool or what? What y'all think? Stereo and everything. What a way to go.
It sounds really good.
Yep, it oughta. Would you see the video too? Video should have played.
Yeah, the video,
Uh,
yeah, the ones that we all recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw.
That's the last, as what one would call the final version. I've spent probably 40 or 50 hours on getting that blasted thing together. And I found out this one trick with this software I bought that kind of ticks me off, but it's the way it goes, I guess. It's whenever you take and edit things, it tends to put a scratch mark on the audio for some reason. So every time I want to put it back together, I'd have to take the audio portion of the thing out and swap it over and put the new stuff on it. It was a pain in the rear end, but it came out pretty well, I think. I'm gonna probably get into the next show down is going to be probably one of the Dale and I shows tomorrow night, and I also want to do a video for 4 guys. I think that'll be pretty cool. But that's what's been happening here. I suppose we ought to take and throw it around the room here, and let everybody know what your week's been like, because they're all so curious. Flora, you want to go first?
I suppose.
Can you pick that mic and put it up a little bit and put it in the...
I'm right. It's right in front of me.
Oh, you're low. It sounds like you're whispering.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's right there. I'm practically eating it.
She sounds fine to me.
Thank you.
I think Pat's just going deaf here.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He can't. You know what it is? He can't. No, wait. You can see me. Never mind. I just can't see you. Anyway, my week. How's my week been? Oh, it's been fun. It's been real. Had a lot of snow yesterday. I learned Missy's birthday was yesterday, and I I was gonna get her some Barberton chicken. However, we never made it there because the one place that would deliver, it was like, by the time we thought about it, it was like, yeah, we didn't want to see some poor person try to come all the way from no, we were out of the delivery area. That's what it was.
Yep.
That's what it was. So anyway, we'll have Barberton chicken another time. We had they got Domino's, and I had Dairy Queen, so I could order her a Dairy Queen cake, and then he had KFC. So we all got happy, and then we had KFC cake last night. But other than that, it's just been fun work and all that kind of stuff. So that's about it for my week.
All right. That sounds like a lot of fun. Why don't you go next, Ev?
We're all dealing with the same stuff. Yeah, just generally quiet. Been trying to keep the snow clear. Actually received an assist from my neighbor here. He graciously took his snow blower and this morning came down the block and opened a path on the sidewalk for all of us, clear down to the end of the street. So that went over very well. But other than that, just trying to keep warm and make the most of things. So there we are.
Yep. Who wants to go next? Don't
I
everybody
guess
jump
I'll
at
jump
once.
in.
What?
Okay. I wasn't sure if you heard me. Uh, it wasn't showing in the Zoom window that uh I wasn't highlighted. So, um, I would say me, same old, working, trying to find better job. Nothing against my current job other than the pay. But anyway, yesterday was an adventure because I went down to church and in North Canton. It was okay to get down there. It took us what usually would take about 25-30 minutes, took about an hour and 10.
Wow.
With how bad the roads were.
That sounds
Did
like
you
a
see
good time.
Did you see any of the pictures I posted on
Yeah, I
Facebook?
saw both of them, or a couple of
Uh-huh.
them. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was bad. We almost got hit by 3 different cars because people didn't know where the lanes were. So they almost slid straight into us.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
Right after you came through there getting home, 77 was shut down at 224 coming that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there an accident?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had all the lanes blocked 77 north at 220.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Actually, thanks for that information. I guess there was a really bad accident on 76 earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that. A couple of them, actually.
Yep.
Oh, I only knew about the westbound one. So, yeah, but those roads, the only snowplow truck I saw was in Stowe on Graham Road, so I didn't see one on the highway. Which is ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, that am I too loud now? Hello, audio.
no, no, I'll just turn my speaker down.
What? Huh? What? I've been screwing around with the equalizer I've got put on here.
Okay.
Probably put a gain thing on this too. Let's do that.
You sound okay, dear.
We sound fine.
Anyway, that audio.
You were fine.
I'm always fine. Even when I'm not fine, I'm fine. I'm a fine guy. Not a fun guy, but a fine guy. There is a difference. Anyway, that no, it's too damn loud. Take some of that back off. Who else is left here? I take it Melanie's not here.
Not yet. I still have to go.
Oh, you can go. Then we'll hit Dale.
Okay. My week has been quite stressful, to be honest. For those that don't know, my Dale is in the hospital and has been in just over a week. Got a really bad UTI that turned into a really bad flesh-eating infection. So he's had 3 surgeries in the last 10 days to try and make sure all the infection is out. He had some like necrotic tissue from the infection, and might have to go back in tomorrow because he quite possibly has a hematoma at the surgery site. So it's been a crazy couple weeks, but he's stable, and hopefully before Christmas he'll be home.
Yeah, we can hope.
Yeah, but other than that, work has been work has been work, and just juggling home and work and hospital and all that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff. Huh.
But yeah, prayers are definitely appreciated.
Yep, and he's getting several, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Miracle, you want to go next?
All right. That gave me time to figure out where I've been. And before we get too much into this, I will probably have to sign out in about a half hour or so I can get up for work.
Okay, that shouldn't be a problem.
I started out last week. Let's see. That would have been. I picked up this one. Well, we're not going to worry about the dates. I'm just looking at our app because my notebook is in my driver pouch door and I'm in bed and I don't feel like getting up and getting it. But I started out last week at some point. I delivered to Knoxville, Tennessee. And then later that morning, they gave me my next assignment, picking up in a place about 20 minutes away from Knoxville. I think it was north of there, north of what I think that what route is that 321, I think. I can't remember. But then that was going to go to Southern California, to Calexico. And I made it to our terminal in El Paso. And I only had like another 9-10 hours to get to there, for the next day. And they have winter, obviously, like we do, but it's not like what we have. So for them, 40 degrees is cold, which it's cold for us, but we call that spring.
Yep.
Well, we have APUs on our trucks. They're auxiliary power units, and what they don't want us idling the engines because there's some emissions stuff and other reasons. So it provides. There's an inverter on the other side of the wall on my wardrobe cabinet and my refrigerator cabinet. It provides like 2,000 watt, 2,200 watts, which is a little more than a household outlet. And all our other trucks, before this is nothing new. And we just got newer units because this is a 2025 truck that I'm in now. But anyways, it provides heating and air conditioning. And so I had set in, where is the thing to switch this thing around? Like there's the control unit. And the up and down buttons do the temperature, and then the power button, and then the other buttons that you can't see changes the mode and, other features. Well, I wake up, not to belabor the point here, but wake up at like 2 in the morning. 40 degrees, 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like 40 degrees inside the truck. The long story short, the fuel pump on the APU failed.
Oh, that's fun.
So I had to wait for the shop to open, and I obviously can't go back to sleep and that, and I can't idle the truck generate heat. So I only got like 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, something like that. So I went in and sat in the break room, the TV room, and that couch. By that point, I was already awake enough that I didn't fall back asleep. So that was a very long day. And the pickup where that left off, I then left there after they fixed it, and I left the next morning after being up, all early morning and all day. I went to Indiana, right near the Indianapolis airport, dropped that trailer off because luckily it was what we call a drop and hook, where you deliver them a loaded trailer, then you pick up one of the empty trailers that they had previously unloaded. And then I went about 15-20 minutes north on the north side of the airport, actually right next to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, to pick up my next load. And scroll down here to refresh my memory. That went to South Haven, Mississippi. And that was a live unload, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, that was a live unload. And it was actually, they unloaded me early. They seemed to be running ahead of schedule or whatever. So then my next load picked up, it was like literally like 2 miles down the road. It was like whole bunch of warehouses in that area. So it was only like 5 miles down the road. And I picked that up and it delivered to El Paso, but I was asked to swap trailers with another driver in Dallas so that they could get to El Paso for reasons. And I'm taking this load to Chicago. And that's been my week.
That sounds like a lot of busy.
Yeah, I had from November 7th until December 6th, I had 11,743 miles.
Wow.
And since December 7th, I've had 3,226 miles.
Wow. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, I'm going to be a lot of hibernating when I get home Friday.
I would think so.
I don't blame
You just brought up a question that has come to mind. Weather we've had, if given a choice between dealing with snow and ice, like what we're dealing around here, versus, let's say, flooding up around Seattle, which is easier for you to handle in your truck?
Well, put my phone down there since I don't need it now. Actually, it's like 6 and 1/2 of a dozen in some respects.
Mm-hmm.
The flooding, like I've had flooding before where I've been down going through New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And you either have to take 90 or, if I-10 is flooded or, vice versa and that, or you have to go up north and go around like 49 across to one of the other highways, go over, come down 55. I've done that stuff before. I can't remember the route numbers, but anyways. But the flooding, it's more of like the delays of being rerouted. I mean, there was some really bad flooding, maybe a decade or so ago up by Sykeston, Missouri, right there on the border of Missouri and Arkansas on I-55, where that was more of like an inconvenience of getting routed around that. I actually was on a road that was flooded out, and I would have had to have backed up several miles. I mean, several miles. And as I'm backing up on the side of the road, guy in a pickup truck blows his horn. I mean, I'm thinking he's just blowing his horn because I'm backing up and he's going around me. No, he takes his hat off and flags me down, and I stop, and he's like, "You trying to get around that flooding?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "That's my farm." He said, "You follow me." And I'm like, "Are you sure this is something I can take my truck?" He said, "This is the haul road for our grain trucks, and our combine empties out onto this road, and then the crane trucks drive off. So it's perfectly fine." So he actually took me through hundreds of acres of his land to get around this flooding and took me out onto this other state highway. He said, "Yeah, you just go down here, then you turn down on this road, and then turn down on this road, and then you'll get on 55. I'm like, okay.
That worked out great.
Sounds good to
But
me.
as far as the other, I grew up in that weather that we're having, and you just have to go slow with the truck. And if it's too bad, I pull over and tell them I'm not driving, you know. But if I had the choice, just because I don't like cold anymore, I would take the flooding, because if you got too cold, you don't have flooding anymore. You've got the ice capades.
I was just gonna say you got a big ice skating rink.
Yeah.
So you've dealt with both extremes then. You've dealt with flooding and you've dealt with
Yeah, I've been through a northeaster going through Connecticut. I've been snowed in in Illinois on 57, right around I can't remember the name of the town, but it's off of route on US 24, intersects Interstate 57. I was in a rest area right near Miles City, Montana for 2 days, because the rest areas were the last things that they plow out after plowing out the highway. I've been in a few truck stops that were packed because all the trucks were diverted off of the road into the truck stops, and it was stacked up where you were blocked in and you had to wait for the other trucks to be removed before you could even leave. So I've been in some truck stops where you were stuck there for 2 days until they could clear everything out. So yeah, I've had my dealings with both, and I'll take flooding any day.
the flooding you can have. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, that everybody's told about their week, right?
Yep. Mel's here.
Melanie, what have you been up to?
Working and working and working
Are you working?
and helping out around Justine's house and working some more.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had been working on these computers. I probably got about 40 hours on them over the last month, and it's been pretty much my week. We watched the Browns lose today, of course. So much for them waltzing into Chicago and taking them by storm. But I don't know. They're such a mess. I just don't know what. I got to the point today I knew they were on, and I just wasn't going to watch them. So I sat here and did some more computer work, trying to get everything done. I got quite a bit done though. This show looks pretty much cleaned up and brand new. And some of the other stuff we've done this week's been pretty good. I'll take it. Anyway, that's been about everybody's week. What are we going to do next? We're going to take and we're going to do a
Let's liven it up with a corner.
all right, we can liven it up with a corner. There's a couple of things I really have to get to tonight, though. Let me give you a rundown of what we've got coming. Tamia Woods was actually had an opportunity to go to the Senate. I think it was the Senate, and speak in front of them. And she did a really nice job. I got a 5-minute clip of it, and then there's another thing that was done by one of the news channels that had an interview with her. And so
It was NBC.
I've got both of them. Then on top of that, I've actually talked to her or texted her this week, and she gave me a couple of comments to make after we play the videos, and that's what we've got. So it's to me, she is such a friend, or they are such friends of the show. I usually try to keep up with what she's doing, and that's how I found out about it. And I'm not on Twitch. What the heck is this? That's better. Anyway, that
And gee, things showed up now.
it showed up now.
Yeah, I'm seeing something.
What are you seeing?
Let's see. Some kind of news thing. That's what I'm seeing. Don't worry about it.
And I'll get it fixed. It'll be fixed by the next show.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, that we got that to talk about tonight, and I also want to talk to or give everybody a clip on Dick VanDyke's 100th birthday. It was amazing. That guy was a real talent, and he's 100 years old from 100 years old yesterday. Then we got some Christmas technology to see if you want to buy it or not. I think that was about it.
Did you see a famous voice actor died?
Who was it?
And it was I forget her name, but the one who voiced Marge Simpson.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Oh, that's Julie Kavner.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
You about
she
ready there, Miss
died
Flora?
last week.
You about ready there?
I guess so.
All right, why don't you lay it on us?
Let's see. Gotta get back up here. I found a website earlier. Come on. Dang it.
Hello?
I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah,
You sure about that?
yeah. It's pissing me off here. Am I not allowed to get pissed? There we are. What if you could switch places with anyone for a day? Who would you choose?
Does this have to be living or?
It doesn't say. It just said, who would you choose?
I think if it didn't have to be living, but I wouldn't want to be him right now because he's dead. I would just love to take and have a day of Rodney Dangerfield. That would be a blast. I gotta tell you. Oh, let me tell you. Damn dogs. And my wife said she wanted to go to a movie. So I took her. She said, why don't you go get some refreshments? He says, never did get to see the damn movie because when I got back, she was gone. I looked in every damn car in the in the movie lot in order to, and I never did find her. I gotta love that guy. Anyway, that
was your answer, huh?
that's my answer. Rodney Dangerfield. If it had to be somebody living, I could do a day on what is it, George Bellius, guy that owns one of the billionaires that's out there. I'd have to take one of them if I had to be alive. Although I don't think it'd be Elon Musk. Who all's next?
I'll go next.
All right, go ahead.
I would like to switch with good old Tay-Tay, Taylor Swift.
Oh.
You sure you'd be able to handle her boyfriend?
Yeah, that's why I want to do it.
Well, he's just eliminated from the playoffs. He's not going
Travis
to be in a good mood right now.
I'll tell you, they had her on Colbert the other night, and I'd never really, I halfway liked her music, but she did an actual interview with him, and that is quite a smart little lady there, and she's pretty business minded and everything else.
And I'd like to spend some of her money, so
Oh, well, that too.
buy myself some stuff,
Side bonus.
pay off some bills, and then she can have her life back.
Good idea.
All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Go.
I know I'm not a man, but I'd want to switch with Gordon Ramsay. It's raw. I just want to say it's raw a lot.
Huh?
I don't know. I would just want to say it's raw. It's raw.
Are you all right, child?
Bloody raw. It's crap.
No, I just went loony. I'm in the Looney Tune bin right now.
I believe it.
I think you've been babysitting dogs too many days. Something got to there.
Who's next? Dale, Evan, one of you guys.
I'll go. If we're talking someone dead, Theodore Roosevelt. There is a brilliant guy who really had a very expansive view of a variety of topics. Matter of fact, I found out that he had authored several books. I would love to just dive into his thinking about all kinds of things like, he wrote a book on naval power, since the United States, when he was president, didn't really have a substantial navy, and his thesis was whoever at the beginning of the 20th century had the strongest navy could rule the world, and the Brits had it at the time, and that's the main reason why they had an empire. But he talked about other things, land conservation, and he's thinking about a national healthcare system. Even at the beginning of the 20th century, he had a lot of different ideas. I'd love to be him for at least one day. If we're talking living, Stephen Colbert. He just mentioned just the guy just seems to come up with all these jokes that just seem to hit. They're topical. They hit, and
his writing stuff is really good.
They are fantastic. They really are fantastic. And I'll refer to another show that came, I think, the day after Taylor Swift was on. She's been making the round. She's hit a couple of different shows, but Stephen Colbert was, I think one of the last in this cycle.
Yeah.
But he had the co-founders of Ben and Jerry's ice cream on the very next night, and he's actually been friends with them for decades. He had them on his old show on Comedy Central, and that was when his flavor was invented. That what happened was I think it was Ben Cohen said, Oh, would you, Stephen? Would you like to have a flavor named after you? He said, "Well, okay. Can we take the proceeds and of my flavor and donate the materials?" Oh yeah, sure, we can do that. So he Ben goes into this whole run about how the flavor, how Stephen Colbert's flavor came to be, which is known as Americone Dream. They just had a couple of buckets that were unmarked, and I think they brought, his staff brought a grand total of three of them, and they said, okay, do a blind taste test on each and every single one of them, and tell us which one you like. Okay, well, tried one. Okay, that's pretty good. And there was a second one. Yeah, that's okay. The third one, I like this one. And that ended up being the flavor that he chose, which is a waffle cone and vanilla and fudge and a couple of other things. I don't remember all the ingredients right now, even though I do eat it from time to time. But Stephen Colbert, just for his comedic timing and just his ability to have a sense of the moment. So those are my choices.
That's cool. Mr. Dale, you're next.
Boy, that's a tough decision because there's a lot of historical figures that I've seen a lot of documentaries on, fascinated with. Like, I mean, I honestly couldn't pick one. Like, I would like to swap with Andrew Carnegie for everything that he went through with Carnegie Steel and the Pinkertons. Not to go into that whole history of the riots, labor disputes at his mill in Pittsburgh, and the fact that I don't remember the exact figures. I'd have to go back and look it up or watch, one of my documentaries that I have at home, where he sold Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan for, I think it was like $400,000 or something like that back then. This was like close at the turn of the century. And this wasn't stocks. This wasn't, you know, this was cash. JP Morgan, this, cash deal, and he still had money left over. Think about that.
Yeah.
Of that era. And he bought, and that's what became U.S. Steel. And the other person, that I guess who I would want to be for a day, John Pierpont Morgan, who eventually became the J.P. Morgan and Chase Company, which was eventually short to J.P. Morgan Chase. And he is responsible for bankrolling a lot of the Industrial Revolution in our country.
That's cool.
So, I mean, you want to talk about the people we have now, like Trump and Elon Musk and Bezos and Larry Ellison, being these billionaires. If you adjust for inflation, J.P. Morgan, Andrew Carnegie. Oh, I just blanked on the guy that ran Standard Oil. I hate getting old.
John Rockefeller.
Yes.
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, yeah. They were trillionaires. their wealth is even hard to even calculate. Just the fact that you adjust for inflation. I looked this up one time many years ago. If you adjust for inflation, what JP Morgan paid Andrew Carnegie was like on the order of like a couple $1 billion. And he still had money left over. Cash deal. I mean, just to think, to be those people. I mean, in my opinion, to be those people for a day or a week.
I got an idea. All this talk has made me think of something. Flora, you probably want to write this down eventually. What world event would you have wanted to witness firsthand throughout the history of the world? What would you want to see? We don't need to answer this question, but I just thought of that, and it'd be to me. I think my answer would probably be Hiroshima, or of course I lived through the Twin Towers falling. But I think it'd be a cool one. That'd be a cool question. Did you write that down, dear?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. See me writing it down?
Yeah, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else left? I'll tell you what. Let's get into a topic
How about
then.
me?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you didn't speak up.
Well, would be nice if you'd just remember me.
I'll remember you, all right.
Yeah. So if I could, I'm going to go along the lines of thinking I would probably want to switch places with Pam Dauber, or
Oh, I know why that is.
or Tom Selleck's wife. Now you got to think about this a minute. If I switch places with them, you get them here. So you'd have Pam Dauber for a day. Well, I get to have Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon for one day.
You'd never take that. That'd kill you.
Oh, well, I think Pam Dauber would probably do.
Well, what a way to go.
I know you'd like me to look. There you go. You should have said you wanted to switch with Ziva's husband or significant other.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of them.
Yeah, I bet you could. Anyhow, all right, I'm done now.
All right, anybody else left? If not, we're going to go ahead and get into a topic here. Because like I said, I do have a couple things I really need to get played. Since it's pretty much in front of everybody's mind, and it's one of the more important topics we're going to carry tonight. I have two clips on Tamia Rice, or Tamia Woods, rather. I don't know why I do that. I have two clips for that. Plus, I have the comments that she sent me. What we'll do is we'll watch the two clips together. One is going to actually be her in front of the Senate. The other one is going to be her talking to, I think it's Fox News, I believe. We'll take and run these two.
I think it was NBC, sorry.
And then we'll come back and...
well, there was one on Fox and maybe there was another one on NBC.
Then we'll go ahead and talk about what message she's sending and that. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the videos. We'll be back on the other side of these. Please stay tuned and please keep an eye on them. They're really, what she's got to say is pretty prevalent as to her feelings and local stuff that she'd like to see go through Congress. So we're going to watch these. We'll be back on the other side of them. And you're watching this on the radioactive show. Boy, it's been a while since I said that. and we're on the Crooked River Radio Network. Be right back.
Grassley, Ranking Member Durbin, and committee members, thank you for allowing me to speak today. My name is Tamia Woods, and I speak on the behalf of myself, my husband Tim, and for our beautiful child, James Timothy Woods, forever age 17. I stand before you as a mother whose only child was taken by something so preventable, so cruel, and so ignored that it should shake every person in this room to their core. One of the messages sent to my son, and I quote, "I am more determined to rot your life than to make it a waste, a trash can, a shame, a dishonor, a hell, a real disaster, a hell on earth. And I remind you that I am heartless. I have no pity to rot a life as well as yours." This was one of almost 200 messages sent to my child over the span of 19 and a half hours between November 18th and 19th, 2022. James was the victim of financial sextortion, and though he died by suicide, let me be clear, he was murdered. James was a beautiful young man with a soul like gold and a smile that would light up any room. He would give you the shirt off his back. He could figure out anything. He was witty, thoughtful, kind, and loved chess. James was a high school senior. He wanted to major in pre-law, and he was months away from breaking a 40-year-old school record in the 110 hurdles. Every time I speak of him, I smile because I am grateful God let me borrow his angel for 17 and a half years. But every day I am angry. A woman online befriended James on Instagram. She created what every predator knows how to build, a safe space. She made him feel comfortable, seen, liked. She groomed him. Then she asked if he wanted to see her unclothed and exposed herself. She asked him to do the same. And like any innocent 17-year-old boy who liked a girl and saw no danger, he did. That moment she created became their weapon. The attackers came, not one person, but what we believe, at least four. For nearly 20 hours, they attacked, threatened, terrorized, dismantled my child. Every time he tried to fight back and ask, "Why are you doing this to me? Please leave me alone," they escalated, sending his image to friends and family, telling him he would be labeled a pedophile, telling him his future was over, telling him you should just kill yourself. And in those last moments, my son, who had everything to live for, felt like he had no other choice. A day that started with laughter, college friends, and joy ended with my husband finding our child unalive in our home in the middle of the day. No parent should ever enter a room and see that. I stand here because 19 and a half hours is not a short time in the digital world. It is a lifetime. It is enough time for someone to intervene, to flag an account, to cancel messages, to report this behavior. Yet no one stepped in. No system protected him. No platform stopped it. So my husband and I created the Do It For James Foundation. And since the day that James have died, we dedicated our lives to speaking out, teaching, and fighting so that no other parent feels the pain that sits in our heart every single moment of every single day. Large corporations continue to argue for rights while refusing to take responsibility. We are asking you to put laws in place that give us multiple avenues to protect our kids because parental controls alone are not enough. Click here to opt out at age 13 is not protection. Predators thrive when the risk is low but reward is high. Criminals are making billions by exploiting our children because we tell our parents, monitor your kids better, while platforms refuse to monitor predators at all. How dare we lay blame on the victims while criminals walk free? Today, instead of checking on James' homework, instead of mailing him care packages to his college dorm, instead of cheering him on for track meets, I hold a picture of my son's photos that he never had a chance to see. Because that is all I have left. 17 and a half years of memories, but no new ones. So I am begging you to stand with us, stand up, do something, help us save lives. We may not be able to save them all, but with the right laws, with accountability, with real consequences, we can make it harder for predators to win. We can make it harder for another parent to bury their child. Please do it for James. Do it for every child whose name we never got a chance to learn. Thank you.
And here now is Tamia Woods. She is the mother of James Woods. And let me just say, Tamia, at the outset here, that the entire nation holds you in our hearts as a father of 14-year-old twins who are in the online world. I just can't imagine what you're going through. And we thank you for being with us today, and we thank you for your words yesterday in that Senate hearing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So your son, James, 17 years old, believed that he was communicating with a teenage girl online, where he was actually communicating with two extortionists who were in the Ivory Coast. My understanding is, if I've got this right, that you were here in Washington, D.C. with him, looking at Howard University as a place that he was possibly going to go for his post-secondary education. And his phone was buzzing away with what turned out to be a total of some 200 threats from these extortionists, wanting money from him, or they were threatening to broadcast far and wide around the world photos that he had sent them. He must have been in a complete panic at that time. Were you aware that anything was wrong?
So, no, I want to correct you on a couple of things. So, James was actually on a video. So, it was an Instagram DM with the person, and they actually screenshotted the video when they talked him into unclothing himself. They screenshotted. James never sent a picture of himself unclothed. So, that's one. And he was actually looking at Central State. But we did not see any kind of signs. We were not aware that he was actually talking to someone online. That is something that I just didn't have any red flags about at all during that time.
So you had no idea what his communication was online, no idea who he was talking to?
Not at this particular time. Tim and I, my husband and I, we actually checked his phone every now and then. But since he was becoming 17 years of age, we didn't check as often. We were teaching him how to grow, become an adult. He was going to college soon. And that was our job, is to make sure that we did so. James was a very, very good boy. He didn't have any type of things where we had to be on him all the time at 17 and a half years of age. But at this particular time, no, I did not know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with teenagers, is they're out there, they're exploring, they're not telling their parents everything that's going on, and then suddenly they find themselves in a whole mess of trouble. Senator John Cornyn of Texas was at that hearing yesterday. He also appeared on this program. Here's what he told us.
It's a huge problem, and it's getting worse. Congress can't keep up with new laws that it's going to keep up with technology and the ways that people use technology for nefarious purposes like this. I think we ought to look at what Australia is doing, for example, and requiring access to these social media platforms to not be available to anybody under the age of 16.
Of course, big news today is that Australia has banned social media for anyone under the age of 16. That would not have covered James, though, because he was 17 and would have had access to it. But what do you say to what Senator Cornyn is saying, is that the technology is moving so fast that it's difficult for Congress to make laws to keep up with it?
I don't think it's difficult. I think we have to put things in place. Will there always be criminals that know how to go against certain rules or go look and find a loophole? Yes, there will. But we have to take a stand. Why would we have to sit around and do nothing, no laws pass, and just let the social media and the people who use it for bad use attack our children? We have to start putting protocols in place, and I don't think that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard all of Bill Melugent's report before we came on with you, but he was suggesting that these online companies have a tremendous army, if you will, of lobbyists who are fighting against any kind of restrictions that Congress might put on them, because they don't want to lose that valuable audience of people under the age of 16.
And again, I think that there are certain things that you can do to earn other ways to make money. And I don't think that our children should be number one target. Like, let's go back to giving them toys or different things of that sort. We shouldn't say, hey, our number one target, or we earn a lot of money on kids, so we refuse to take responsibilities. This is what we're doing. We have so many kids. My son is just one example of many where kids are dying based off off of social media bullying, or luring them in to give them drugs or different things of that sort. Why are we using this as avenue to attack our children? I thought that children were off limits.
Yeah, I know that obviously your life was devastated by this, but you're trying to turn things around and help other folks through your Do It for James Foundation. I just want to read your mission statement here as we thank you for joining us. You say, quote, the Do It for James Foundation is a nonprofit organization that works with communities to increase awareness, provide support and education to both parents and children on crime against students, while also supplying a wide range of assistance for those in need. So if people are looking for some counsel here, some advice, go to the Do It for James Foundation. They can find it there. Tamia, again, we grieve for your loss and we thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me again.
All right. God bless you. Sandra?
All right. We're back. What do you guys think so far? Any comments? I guess not.
Well, I actually I have one. I was intrigued by how the law that was just passed in Australia for under 16s having restricted access to social media came up. I'm a bit surprised that we haven't tried to do something like that here. There are other countries that were looking at Australia's model and they are going to watch to see how effective it is. And again, as just came up in that conversation on Fox, that wouldn't have affected James. He would have been old enough that that the law wouldn't affect him. It's strictly for 16 and under. So it would be someone like my niece who is currently 15. This kind of a ban would affect her. As far as social media.
Every time that I see this subject come up, there is some deep-rooted sorrow there for me. This was any way you look at it. Meeting that couple, they're a wonderful couple, and that kid probably was that way too. James was probably that way. Anyway, let me go a little further here. I reached out to her and asked her if she'd be I hinted that if she wanted to come in to the show tonight, that and we will not be able to or available on Sunday, but you can use this for your show, for my comments on the show. My hope is that, and this is quoting her, my hope is that my expectations, or my hopes and expectations, is that the Senate takes this momentum and pushes forward the three critical bills we discussed: the ending coercion of children and harm online act, the stop sex. It's a hard word to say. Sex. No, let's just lose it altogether. Come on. The Stop Sextortion Act and the Sentencing and Accountability of Exploitation Act. These bills have the power to cover, to save lives, protect children, and ensure accountability for those who cause the harm. There is also hope to work with multiple senators and implement an educational bill at the state level. This trip was not just about policy. It was about honoring James and every child who deserved to grow up safe. And I will continue to use my voice until real changes are made. Hopefully we can drop in on the show early next year. She's got a benefit coming up, I think the 14th of January, is it? Something like that. I got a poster from it. I got to get up on the page there. So Like I said, there's some really necessary things that need to be done for this. The Senate needs to really look into this and put some teeth in it. You know, it's a shame that crap has to happen to somebody. You know, and especially being 16, 17 years old. That's just wrong. But anybody else have any comments?
I have had Vincent. I think we missed this year because we had something happen, but we were in Texas. But we've been to the very first and the second 5K that they've had to raise funds for the foundation.
Yeah.
And Vincent participated this last time, but the first time it was both of us.
Oh, that's cool. Let me see if I can find the date on. I think that's on my phone too.
Yeah, they definitely need to put something in place, to protect our children. Like, no parent should ever have to go through that.
Yeah,
I'm over here crying, and I don't even have kids. Like, it's sad.
Yes,
it's all right, child.
Well, my that's like a little while ago, which my big concern, them going to the malls. When they go to the mall, I get, of course, I worry about them being on the damn phone too and playing the damn games because there's that one Roblox or whatever. I hear about that, and I know that Ella plays that. Well, don't worry, she only plays blah blah blah. Well, you know,
And even then, don't
what
worry, she only plays this. It doesn't matter. It's all over.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
you have to be worried about it.
And then the thing
As a parent, you'd be wrong not to worry.
Earlier, Alexis was talking about them being to the mall and that something about they almost got kidnapped. I said, "What?" Well, apparently, what it was an overbearing sales lady at this one kiosk. And, well, I told him, I said, "Well, do you know how you scare me when you talk about stuff like that?" I said, "Because," I said, "if you listening about this Jeffrey Epstein thing," I said, "that's what his girlfriend did. She'd go out and, like talk to young girls." And Melissa's like, "Well, I was with him." Okay, fine, you were there. But what about those times when she's not? Or that Lexi and her friends are just out there together. It's like, because it happens. And that scares me. It just does when you hear, because I mean, I watch, I watch some criminal shows that probably gives me a little bit of it too. But in real life, though, what they were talking about with that Jeffrey Epstein stuff is the same thing that I've watched in some of the shows that I see. That somebody, they put a woman up to going out and getting the girls to come with them. And then,
Yeah, you have to worry too with the girls. A lot of girls are not just sextortion, but they're being human trafficking.
Right, yeah. That's kind of where I was. Sorry, that was kind of where I was going, but yeah, that especially when the ones at the mall and stuff, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, I worry about that crap all the time.
Heck, even Justine one time went to Walmart by herself, and some guy came up to her. She was wearing
My Nike slide.
and he's like, didn't he say you had nice feet or something? And then
He was like, "I like your shoes." And I was like, "Okay." He goes, "Are they comfortable?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, Can I touch your shoes?" I was like, "You better get the fuck out of here." And I went up and got told somebody up at the front. So they kept an eye out.
And then at the nursing home that one time, when you got blocked in.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just teenagers, it's grown adults.
Yeah.
And stuff happens too. It's,
Yeah, I had some person or some guy when I was at a nursing home. I was in my truck and like he pulled up beside me and then another truck like pulled behind me, blocking me in, and this guy's talking to me and I was like, nope. You know, I found my way out and called the police and let them know what happened so that, you know, they could keep a lookout. But that's some scary stuff. Like, and this world is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. The whole thing here, though, as somebody who's raised actually 5 children almost now, there, back in the 1960s and 70s, you didn't have any of this shit. You didn't have any of this
Because of
stuff.
social media.
And when social media hit, then all of a sudden it goes boom.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, when I started to see it, I started instilling into you guys, you know, don't talk to strangers, and if you do, make sure you're in an open environment where somebody can see you if somebody starts attacking you or something. You know, that's what you have to do with the children today. Because I'm in a long way. I go right along with your husband, Justine. I don't trust anything in this world anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
Because
Especially anything through like text message or phone calls, any of that. Like, people will do crazy things to get you to do what they want you to do. And they don't care who they hurt.
Well, I think hopefully with her visit to Congress, that it is going to give them some motivation to get something done about it.
Something definitely needs to be done.
I think the necessary thing would be, if you want to do something about it, you need to write your state senator. You need to write your state
Congress.
Congress and make them get off their fingers and actually do some paper writing. Otherwise, it's just going to stay the same, and that's it. It just can't work this way.
Right. The squeaky wheel, you know, gets the grease.
It just cannot work this way anymore.
Well, Dale texted me. I guess maybe he put it in there, but
he put it in the chat that he had to go.
He said the gist of it. He says, I feel like parents are too much of their children's friends instead of being a parent. I'm not saying that they are bad parents.
But I really don't think that was the case with Tamia and Tim.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Sure, parents, yes. They need to do a better job of not being friends.
Right.
And being a parent instead. But at the same time, you know, innocent, you know.
At one point in you guys' lives, I was trying to be your friend, but then you didn't listen to me, and I changed my attitude. And that's where that
goes to show you can't be a parent and a friend at the same time. It's just not.
You can't.
You got to choose your role, pick your battles, and go from there.
Now you guys have all understood where I've been coming from for the last 30 years. You know, it takes a lot for me to trust anything outside anymore. And that even goes down to some doctors. I just, you know, there's some doctors I just think I hate going. But then again, on the other hand, I know it's going to do me some good. But I just got to get that trust issue back. And that for me is a hard thing for me to do. Anyway, anybody else got any comments about this before we head into something else? Nope. Are y'all sure? What do we got here? Oh, it's 10 after 9. Yeah, we could take and I do want to get this Dick Van Dyke thing out of the way too. Let's do that next, and then we'll get into some Christmas tech. And I think that'll be it. I do have a thing on Colonel Klink, and I think I'll use that for another show. That sound all right to everybody? Going once, going twice. This is going to bring back, if you've been alive and have actually seen Mary Poppins or any of I saw that movie 9 times. Just the year or so it was out. I love that movie. But this is going to bring back some of those childhood memories, because Dick Van Dyke turned 100 years old, and he's still as spry as anything you'd ever want to meet. So let's take a gander at this. You're watching the Radioactive Show here on Crooked River. We'll be back after this, please.
Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Chiroo. Good luck, we're above when I shake hands with you.
Living life to the full at 100, Hollywood legend Dick Van Dyke celebrates a milestone birthday. Now, from Mary Poppins to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and even The Simpsons, in a career spanning 8 decades, acting legend Dick Van Dyke has long been a Hollywood icon.
Today, he celebrates his 100th birthday. And despite the advancing years, he says he's still on the lookout for his next role, as our correspondent Peter Bowes reports from Los Angeles.
Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy.
Dick Van Dyke playing Bert the Chimney Sweep opposite Julie Andrews in Mary Poppins, a timeless 1960s classic that showcased his many talents. From song and dance to physical comedy. It was a career-defining role for the lanky and boyish actor who was already a big TV star. On The Dick Van Dyke Show, a sitcom set behind the scenes of a television comedy, he played a hapless writer, a role that earned him 3 Emmys and also launched the career of another TV legend, Mary Tyler Moore.
And Mary Tyler Moore.
Are you ready?
And then came Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the perennial children's favourite, where, alongside a magical flying car, he plays an eccentric English inventor, Caractacus Potts.
Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
It was something of a challenge for an American actor, as he explained at the time from the film's set.
The strange thing is that I'm playing it with my own accent. I'm not trying to go for an English accent because I don't think American actors can do English accents.
You did one before, though, in Mary Poppins, didn't you, or a Cockney accent?
Well, I did it with North Country, West, Cockney. I bounced all over the British Isles.
I know that show you wet anywhere. Mary Poppins.
All your light comes with a lifetime guarantee.
Dick Van Dyke has continued to work late into his 90s. He even made a cameo appearance on The Simpsons, playing himself.
Hey, move it or lose it.
And he's written a book with tips on how to live to 100. Now Hollywood is celebrating this legendary actor becoming a centenarian. Even Chitty turned up at a party hosted by the Malibu Film Society. Dick couldn't be there, but his wife was on hand to explain the enduring appeal of her husband.
There's so many layers to him, and I know on his birthday he's going to see it explode all over the place globally, and I'm going to be able to share that with him. I'm so glad he's still here to be, and in good mind and body to see it all, because he deserves it.
At last year's Emmy Awards, Dick Van Dyke was asked what he hoped he'd be remembered for.
For laughter. I hope for making people laugh for 75 years. I've been in the business 75 years. I can't believe it. And that I'm still here and performing. I'm looking for work if anybody's in.
Looking for work, he still says that. Joining us now is Dick Van Dyke's personal photographer, Laura Johansson. Laura, very good morning to you. You're in LA. Do we know how Dick Van Dyke is celebrating today on his 100th? Do you know what he's up to?
We do. He has decided to have a lovely little, a huge party for the fans and then a small party for himself at his home in Malibu with close family and friends. Dropping by with his very favorite food, which is, country fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
What a fantastic that'll be an amazing occasion. 100 years old. You see him regularly, obviously. You're his personal photographer. Just give us a sense of how he is at the moment. How's he doing at that incredible age?
I mean, you just saw that most recent interview I just heard. That was one we did about a week or two ago, and that's how he is. He is so full of vigor and life and enthusiasm and joy, and it's just palpable. What you see on the screen is him in real life. He is the epitome of kindness and inspiration.
Laura, not many people or movie stars reach the age of 100. It's an unusual thing, but when you do and you're a movie star and you're sort of weaved into people's childhoods and the movies they loved, he is a very special place in people's hearts, isn't he?
Oh my gosh, 100%. And there's no age limit. You know, the tiniest child twinkles in their eyes and they see Bert from Mary Poppins or Karateka's Potts from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, to Diagnosis Murder and, you know, some bad guys in Colombo. Like, he has touched all genres, all generations. There's not many people that can say and do that, let alone live to 100 years and be that for so many people all over the world.
Laura, hello, it's Naga here. How did you meet Dick Van Dyke?
That's a great question. It was complete serendipity. I happened to have a camera with me and being in the right place at a time when they were taking pictures and not able to take pictures very well with bad lighting and bad cameras and stuff. And I just said, I've got my camera. Can I help take some photos? I took a few. It was when they were beginning the promotion for his book called Keep Moving. And I showed them what I took and they were like, these are amazing. What are you doing Thursday? So they invited me to come and join his book tour. And then it was basically every time they do anything whimsical or fun or interesting or, you know, anything from an interview to flying to Washington, D.C. to do the Kennedy Center honors, they've asked me to join them. And it's been quite the ride.
You know, he's got an amazing smile and feels like he has an amazing energy. Is that what comes across in real life?
Oh, completely. I mean, his smile is so infectious, that beautiful big wide grin. You can see it right here behind me here. I've got a book here that is some of our portraits. You can see that lovely big grin.
Yes.
That's a birthday from his 90th. I mean, yes, his smile is beautiful.
And what's this T-shirt? We did get a little glimpse of your T-shirt. Would you mind standing and showing and explaining what it is?
So I shot the cover for his most recent book, 100 Rules to Living to 100, which is this photo here. But look at all these great photos we took. So I ended up turning it into a T-shirt and into a canvas bag and paired it with some quotes from his famous TV shows and movies. And it's been very cute because he now says he can use the like flashcards when he asks, how do you feel today?
Oh, lovely.
It's a great story. Laura, he will have met over the years, and maybe the time he spent with you more recently, some very, very important individuals, I would imagine, maybe across politics or other movie stars. Have you witnessed those occasions and the effect he has on people?
Completely. I mean, I've seen the president fall down to his knees in a homage to Dick Van Dyke. I mean, I've seen Jim Carrey lose his mind praising his childhood idol. Like David Copperfield, like just saying you are the king of magic. Like, who knew Dick Van Dyke was magical to these most incredible people as well? He touches everybody. There's no age limit. Every person becomes humble in his presence. And the thing is, he doesn't realize it. And I think you heard Arlene speak, his wife speak just now, saying with his 100th birthday, our biggest wish is to let him know just how special he is to the world.
And obviously, the impact he has is obvious with some of the biggest stars, as you've been saying. Tell us about this collaboration with Coldplay.
Oh, that was amazing. So, I mean, of course, who doesn't love Dick Van Dyke, but Chris Martin from Coldplay. He happened to be living in Malibu and their paths, you know, crossed at one point. Next thing you know, he said, I have this dream where can I bring you and maybe do a music video with you and a song. And so they chose an unusual song. You probably have heard it. You've Got All My Love, which is a beautiful song, but it's a ballad. And Dick Van Dyke is more famous for dancing, you know, to like tap dancing and up and peppy kinds of songs. And so he had a little trouble dancing to the slow ballad. So we had to play some other music for him. So all those dance steps you see in that film clip are actually him dancing to other songs, not the Coldplay original song. But it's such a beautiful song. And I mean, if you've seen the director's cut, you can't keep a dry eye. They were so good in being able to piece those bits together.
I mean, the joy on both Chris Martin's face and Dick Van Dyke's face is fabulous when you see it. And he was quite physical, wasn't he, with those balloons?
He was, and it was very cute because Chris Martin had a vision. You know, he wanted the balloons to kind of fly away, and Dick, being Dick, he's a funny larrikin, and he hasn't grown up. He likes to say, I'm still a 10-year-old in a 100-year-old's body kind of thing. He was playing joke with Chris Martin during the shoot, and he pretended to trip with the balloons at one point, and I saw Chris like, ah! He was right next to me, kind of, got startled. And, I know Dick was joking. Dick does this. Like, we've been playing ukulele together. I'll be taking a video. He sees me photographing or videoing, and he'll start, oh, my finger's stuck in the ukulele. He starts to play up for the camera. He's like, she's photographing. I'm playing for the camera. So watching Chris Martin, his heart jumped into his throat for a minute, thinking that Dick was going to trip when he was just playing a trick.
Very special memories for you as well, Laura. Do you know if Dick VanDyke, at the amazing age of 100, has a wish list? I mean, is there anything left that he wants to do?
He does have a wish list. He's voiced recently that he'd like to play the part of Scrooge, the coveted role of Scrooge, if he were to do it. But in terms of the world itself, I don't think he realizes what a big impact he truly has. He thinks he's famous because he's, of advanced age, which we know is not the reason why he's famous. He has touched the hearts of everybody everywhere. But his wish list is the purest form of just kindness. He still makes a mission. He for his birthday, he wants people to give to charity, specifically his Midnight Mission, which is one of the charities here in Los Angeles that houses the homeless people. You'll find him on the street handing out $5 bills to people that need money. Like, he's just such a good person.
That last image, you probably couldn't see it, Laura. The picture of yours that we showed, I think, was a picture you only took just last week with an image of him reflected in a mirror. Beautiful picture.
Yeah, that was actually, so he was surrounded by his family. They were all sitting at a table and joking and chatting. It was just very cute. They'd invited me to come along to, maybe snap some photos. And I took lots of photos of the grandkids and him with the grandkids. But then I just kind of sat at the back and caught his reflection in the mirror. And his son, Barry, was talking to him. And Barry brings out the best laughs in his dad. And Dick was cracking up listening to Barry talking. And I just snapped these really sweet photos. And he was wearing his little 100th birthday T-shirt. And it was just a beautiful, pensive moment of a man reflecting on his life for 100 years.
Laura, it's been lovely talking to you and kind of getting to know him a bit more through you. It's absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely. And thank you for sharing the pictures with us.
Thanks so much.
And enjoy the birthday celebrations today.
We will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're back. What are you going to be? What's it going to be like when you're 100, Flora? You're gonna be dancing around like that?
I doubt it.
All right, Dale, how about you? Oh, wait a minute, he's not here.
He's gone.
He had to go to bed.
He had to go.
Evan, you're next. You're gonna dance around like Dick VanDyke when you're 100?
If I could stay upright and keep from hurting myself, sure, I'll give it a shot. That seems to be an issue from time to time.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Okay, Melanie, what do you think?
I ain't gonna be dancing like him.
Are you gonna be a blonde Mary Poppins?
No, I might fly off in a umbrella, but there's no way you're gonna get me dancing like that. I can barely move that way already.
Yeah, I can relate to that too. And Justine, you're the last one.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll be dancing like that.
I believe it.
I like the enthusiasm there, child. That's cool.
She keeps doing her runs and stuff. She'll be dancing like that.
Yep.
Use it or lose it. So I'm not losing it.
Well, that's good. Well, I think we can pretty much wrap it for tonight. We got an hour and 35 minutes in the books. That's not too bad. Hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. I again apologize for not being here for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been a fun time in the Morrow House. So you guys about ready to knock it off or cut it off or something like that?
Ready to
Careful
say
about-
goodnight.
I use that terminology, cutting it off.
Well, I don't think any of these women are, what the hell was his name? I wanted to had her parent. His wife got pissed off at him and cut his.
Lorena.
Oh, Bobbitt.
Yeah, Lorena Bobbitt. I don't think we got any Lorraine
God,
Bobbitt
nobody's talked about her in like
in this particular show anyway.
Been like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's been
I
a
was in
while.
high school.
I bet I could still find something about her in there.
You probably could, just like
I'm gonna have
that.
to look it up.
Just like that, and oh god, because I think this happened about the same time when oh gosh, what was the names now? I'm trying to think. The skaters that
Nick
Kerrigan.
what's her name that
Kerrigan
hit the
and
other one?
Tanya Harding.
Tanya
Harding.
and
What are you thinking?
Yep.
30 plus years ago. Good grief.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was like what, 91 or 92, I think it was.
94. I think it was about
Yeah.
94.
Was it 94?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
That's
thought
the
it
year I
was all
graduated.
about the
Wow.
same time.
I mean, that was just a fiasco all around.
Why?
Justine.
Well, the kicker was that this bug effectively who was supposed to come around and disable Nancy Kerrigan. I mean, this guy was just a knucklehead. he couldn't even do that job correctly.
You know,
The scream heard round the world. Why?
you know, I watched that whole fiasco off and on for the time it was on, and then the naked tape dropped of
Tanya
Harding, and that was the first woman I have ever seen that looked better with clothes on than not to be wearing any clothes. She had an ugly ass body.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, yeah. Are we gonna end the show now?
Yeah, we'll go out on a high point here.
Yeah, I guess.
Her documentary, I, Tanya, was pretty good.
We went down the shitter fast.
Yeah, we,
yes, we did.
In a minute.
Right at the end.
Yeah, always happens
We
that
only
way.
got now. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we could because Christmas Day is Thursday, right?
Yeah, we'll be on the
So
Sunday
we'll-
before,
So we'll be able to deal
and the
with
Sunday. I don't know about the Sunday after. We'll see what happens when we get there.
Well, the Sunday before is next Sunday.
Yeah.
it is. Huh?
And then the Sunday after is 2 weeks from now.
Frickin' Christmas just flipping snuck up on all of us.
This falls right in between next Sunday and the following Sunday.
You guys want to do a New Year's Eve show, or just won't do the Sunday thing?
Oh God.
Well, let's do the Sunday thing.
All right, we'll see what happens.
We'll be fine.
Anyway, let's go ahead and roll this on out the door here. So I would like to thank everybody that was here tonight to not only to participate but to view with us. You know, we enjoy your patronage, as they say.
Oh.
It's been a fun time tonight. I think we got some points across here. I'm going to probably end up, once I get this
Excuse me.
Get this film or this podcast processed, I'm going to probably send a copy of it to her. So she'll have it for her records or whatever. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all have a good week. Evan, probably next Friday or Saturday, we'll probably do another show as far as Four Guys on Sports.
I'm not going anywhere. I'll be available.
And as far as the show schedule, there will not be anything tomorrow night because of one of our cast over there is not feeling as best as he should be. So next show up then will probably be Saturday morning, and then we'll be back here Sunday night. So y'all have a good week. Stay warm, stay dry, and keep your powder warm. Wait, where are we here?
Thank you all for coming in.
And remember,
Patrick. Good guy.
They don't play till tomorrow. Remember that.
I know. All right, everybody have a good week.
All right, have a good one.
Tell Del
night,
Del
guys.
to get better.
We will. We will.
All right.
Yeah, if you need anything, give me a buzz.
All right.
Later, bye.
We hope you enjoyed this presentation of Radioactive by the Crooked River Radio Network. See you again soon.